Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final race of the GT3 Sprint Series presented by S.R.O.C Racing. It's been a blast for 10 rounds and only 2 drivers are remained that contend for the title. It's going to be Damon Stigelaar and Nicholas Roddy, who will be duking it out for the battle, and we await the start of the drivers. It's going to be sitting at pole position after reversed grids, and there they go. It's in with a great start. The Mercedes is off, and it's Kenzie Nuaf having a little bit of trouble. It's Dominic Hogendijk on the grass. So now it's going to be the first here in turn 1, as we can see, and behind him it's going to be close. It's Nicky Dekker and red Mercedes on the inside of Damon Stigelaar going through turn 1. Going for before, as we have seen in race 1, Nicky Dekker's result will be voided, and everyone behind will move on one spot due to his wrong choice in car. As he had selected the Audi at the start of the season, so whatever he does, he will be disqualified from the results. Meanwhile, Sulema in P1 still being followed by Kenzie Nuaf closely. It's less than a second, and they are very close to each other. Kenzie Nuaf needs to hold back a little bit there. We can see it. He is having trouble keeping it behind Sulema, and actually, what needs to happen for Damon Stigelaar is that he wins and Roddy loses as many points as possible for him even to have a chance at the title. Meanwhile, Sulema still in P1. Kenzie Nuaf right behind him. Oh, and Kenzie Nuaf with a little mistake there in the chicane. Both of them having to evade each other, probably. Yes, here they are. And this gives Damon Stigelaar a great chance to sneak in behind Kenzie Nuaf. And on the inside, Damon Stigelaar in the last corner. Here at Zandvoort, it's going to be 16 laps for all the drivers. And Nicholas Roddy is close. He's getting to P3. Nicholas Roddy needs to get as close as possible to Damon Stigelaar to win the title. And is doing a fine job at the moment. But only one place behind him. Sulema forcing Tegelaar to the outside. And Tegelaar trying to find a way around Sulema. And this is what Damon Stigelaar needs to do. He is going for P1 on the inside. Forced it through the hole there. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent driving by Damon Stigelaar. Nicholas Roddy is trying immediately to come along with Damon Stigelaar, but we can see him being squeezed out there by Sulema. Not bad at all. Some fine racing. Kenzie Nuaf also in line, right behind Nicholas Roddy. And ooh, that was almost game over for Roddy. And Roddy just needs to finish, and that means he has to conclude half of the race and finish at the end even. That's how he will get his points. Ooh, we can see everyone here not having an ideal exit there. Sulema got back on track after getting a little bit wide in the last corner. And behind them also, Scooters having difficulty getting around Dominic Hogendijk. At the moment he's trying it now in turn 1. Nice dive into the inside. Needs to brake a little bit for Stigelaar. And he gets past Dominic Hogendijk. Very well done there by Scooters, but he is going to have another little bit of trouble there. Too wide is a little bit too much for these GT3 cars through these corners here at Zandvoort. And we switch back to Sulema Roddy and Kenzie Nuaf, who are driving a few 100 meters in front of the other group, and Nuaf is pressing the issue as well behind Roddy. And Nuaf, after his disappointing finish in the last race, wants to move up maybe. Don't know if he wants to involve himself with the title battle at the end. Ooh, and Roddy's getting a little bit impatient there behind Sulema. with the three of them to the chicane. And still, Solima P2. Let's feel confident in McLaren this time. Usually falls back relatively close, and we can see in the background Dominic Hogendijk spinning off start finish while Kenzie Nuoff tries on the inside of turn 1. A move on Nicholas Roddy, and he doesn't succeed yet. Two cars still side by side. And here the left-hander will decide who is going to a better accident. It's Nicholas Roddy with a better trajectory but running wide. And Kenzie Nuoff getting around Nicholas Roddy. Kenzie Nuoff getting relatively easy. Getting a freebie there from Nicholas Roddy. And Nicholas Roddy might be feeling the pressure a little bit, but this pressure is self-inflicted. He just needs to finish basically. And that will be enough. Hope he remembers that. And we're with Solima looking back at Kenzie Nuoff, who is coming very close to him. The drivers need to be careful just a little bit, not to hit each other out. And they're coming onto the straight. Kenzie Nuoff in P3, getting alongside Solima for P2. Here's the move. He's already past him. And outbreaks Solima easily there in turn 1. And Nicholas Roddy might have had an advice from Nuoff on how to take Solima. And again, the only thing Roddy needs to do is to finish, and he'll be the champion. Alex Mas, having signed off for today, means the defending champion will lose his title to either Tigelaar or Roddy. You can see Nicky Dekker and Dominic Hogendijk with their orange letters in the graphic. Both in pits. So at the moment we have 6 drivers fighting it out. And someone's still doing good. And Nuoff isn't really shaking these guys off. It's doing quite well. Here they come, around the last corner, coming up start finish. We're already on the inside of turn 1. It's very close there, almost made it. And we'll follow Nicholas Roddy around Zandvoort. Let's see if he can get around Solima. Mercedes, pink McLaren, excuse me. You can see a little bit of damage on Nicholas Roddy's car there. Oh, and this is going to be the move from Nicholas Roddy. Let's see if Roddy can try a move just like Kenzinov did a few laps ago. Straight of Zandvoort there and start finish might be just a little bit too short for the Ferrari top speed to kick in. But the McLaren MP412C isn't all too shabby on the top end here at Zandvoort either. And you can see Roddy getting a little bit more impatient by the lap. He knows he's quicker than Solima, but getting around him might prove a little bit more difficult. And there's the attempt on the inside, no. Still too late. This looks like a good exit there. But Solima resists. Ooh, and they're going side by side for the chicane, at least for the right hander. Going back to the left, it will be more advantageous here for Solima, as we can see here, and now they're side by side. This is where Roddy's going to try it. Let's see if he can get around there. He's still there on the inside. Solima closes the gap a little bit. Oh, and they touch. They spin. Solima pulls out, and Roddy moves on to P3. I hope he hasn't too much damage there. That might just cost him the championship. You can see Solima here getting back on track, while Scooters is right behind Attigelaar, and Attigelaar might lose that 4th position if he doesn't watch out. Solima in the background fell back to P6. It's unfortunate for him. He was driving a good race up until then. But these two drivers are having a great battle there as well. Both driving Mercedeses. And speaking about the Mercedes, it's getting close to the first Grand Prix weekend of Formula 1. And as we've seen the first free practices of Melbourne in Formula 1, it looks promising for the Mercedes in real life. But we're not done yet. New Scooters trying to get around Attigelaar. Proving to be a little bit more difficult for him as well. Oh, and overshoots the line completely there. New Scooters, that is. Get an angle from within the cockpit, run board with Scooters right behind Attigelaar. And we're entering lap 9 as we speak. In some instances gets very close to Attigelaar, but Zandvoort doesn't provide real overtake points for the GT3 cars. There's maybe 1 or 2 corners where you can actually try and put it alongside your opponent, but getting there at the end of a straight is going to be difficult. Turn 1 is one of those turns where you can try something. You absolutely have to have a good exit coming out of the last turn, because the start-finish line on Zandvoort isn't that long. It's quite long. It's longer than you'd expect, but it's not as long as Le Mans or even Monza. Scooters has to be patient. Just a look. Let's see. Oh, and well, we see he makes a mistake on start finish. And Sonoma has to watch out as well when he gets around Scooters here. Scooters still in the wall. And that means Sonoma gets back to P5. And with this will follow Nuaf and David Stigelaar, who are battling it out for P1 in the meanwhile. It's a shame about no Scooters. Was looking good. Was actually looking quicker than Stigelaar. And Stigelaar now has some breathing room there in P4. And as we stand now, Nicholas Roddy virtually still is going to be the champion. At this point, the only thing that could throw all of Roddy's hopes upside down is a DNF, basically. So he only needs to finish his, that's the most important thing. While Stigelaar needs to win. He had scratched away a little bit in the previous race here in race 1 at Zandvoort. Had a 72 point of disadvantage before starting here at Zandvoort. As we're at 6 away and Nuaf hits the wall. Woof, that's a big hit by Nuaf. It's a very big hit. And that might be big trouble for Nuaf. Let's see where he will end. Meanwhile, Stigelaar getting alongside him. See Nuaf making some room there. And Sonoma also getting alongside Nuaf here. Yep. Nuaf in big trouble there. And with that, most of the battles have been resolved by themselves. New Scooters, we can see, moves up to P5 as well. So what Nuaf is trying to do now is just finish the race. He has passed the 50% mark, so the only thing remaining is just to finish it. And now while we still have the time, we would like to take the chance here to thank everyone to have followed us. We would like to thank the drivers as well, who have made it an exciting championship to follow these last 10 rounds. With this, it'll be 20 races. We've started 4 months ago in November 2018. And nobody would have expected to see Roddy and Stigelaar at the end of the long championship to come out on top and to have a battle between the two of them. Stigelaar has improved greatly throughout the championship. In the last 4 months has shown some great improvement in his driving skills. Nicholas Roddy beforehand was a little bit of an unknown. Had a little bit of a slow start at Monza in one of the first rounds of the GT3 Sprint Series. Has worked himself up, hasn't won a race up until now, but thanks to his consistency has proven to be a great addition to the GT3 Sprint Series in this second season. And who knows, maybe both of them will be back for a third season. There's no concrete plans yet, but the GT3 Sprint Series might see some adjustments in the future. There have been talks already by the organizers, one of them being Sonoma, who's driving in 4th place during the championship. There'll be a brainstorming session as well throughout the S.R.O.C racing group. And Roddy and Stigelaar meanwhile in lap 13. So few more laps to go till the end of the championship. And everything's looking good for Nicolas Radi. Even though Tigelaar will take the win probably. Or at least as it looks now. And as far as I can tell, with these results, the manufacturer prize for the Audi will go to Alex Maas, even though he wasn't present there today. He will haul in that prize, being the highest placed driver in the standings, driving an Audi. And one for the McLaren will obviously go to Solima, who was the top McLaren driver in the standings for a while now, since Daryl Atkins and Benny Waldy have been absent for a while during this championship. And a little bright spot for Nuoff, who is now somewhere in the gravel. I think we saw Roddy passing there. Is that he's the highest placed Mercedes driver in the field. So that will mean he will receive a little reward as well for his efforts there in the background. And obviously Demis Tigelaar, who's driving in first place at the moment, will be the highest placed BMW driver. Kevin Enderman has been absent for a little while as well, having given Tigelaar a chance to climb up in the standings for the manufacturer's prize. And while we don't have a Ford GT3 in our midst right now, there is Anala, who has been driving Ford GT3 as the only one, will receive the Ford GT3 the manufacturer prize at the end of the season as well. So that will be all the winners for this manufacturer's prize. We would like to congratulate them beforehand. And we can see Dominic Hogendijk also still trying to finish it up. And these last final laps, there's not much happening at the moment, so we give everyone some screen time. McLaren looking impressive with the flames coming out of the exhausts. And you can see Dominic Hogendijk in the straight, waiting for the rest of the field to pass along. And we'll have a little view from inside the McLaren of Solima here around Zandvoort. It's not a view we've seen a lot of this season. And in the meanwhile, we're back with Demis Tigelaar leading the race. It will be, of course, with Dekker's disqualification in the first race. His first win on track, but his second in a row due to Nicky Dekker being disqualified in the first race and Tigelaar having finished right behind him. It's been a great season for Demis Tigelaar, who will finish up here at Zandvoort in first place, second in the standings. Here's the runner-up coming on start finish. We would like to congratulate Demis Tigelaar with the win here at Zandvoort, a great drive. And right behind him will be Roddy, finishing up in second place, but he will win the general standings. He is the new champion of the GT3 Sprint Series. Congratulations to Nicholas Roddy. The young Belgian might celebrate this with a few donuts here at the end. Tigelaar might be finishing in third, and there he comes. Well, Dominic Ovendijk and Nuaf provide us with some crashes there at start finish. Solima will finish up in fourth, Scooters right behind him in fifth. We would like to thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next season, maybe, with the third iteration of the GT3 Sprints. But for now, we wish you a so long and a very good evening. Thank you for having followed us, and bye bye.